Now, how about when not all of those charged with governance are involved in management, which I would just call normal? This is normal circumstances, right? So the board of directors is not commingled with management. What are we going to see here? Unless all of those charged with governance are involved in managing the entity, the auditor should also communicate. So again, I'm just going to say this is something normal. Like this is normally what you're going to communicate. Material corrective misstatements that were brought to the attention of management as a result of audit procedures. So if something's material, like you want to let them know about it. Even if it was corrected, right? So it's like we did our job, everything went smoothly, everything was fine. We saw that you didn't include all of the PPE on your balance sheet. We told management corrected it. We're all good. There's no conflict here. But you're still going to tell those charged with governance. It's kind of like, hey, we hired you to do a job. Just let us know like what you found and any changes you made. We also want to communicate significant findings or issues arising during the audit that were discussed or that were the subject of correspondence with management. Just, hey, if you're running the company, if you're the fiduciaries, if you're the board of directors, some of these things you might want to know. You just want to know, okay, did you talk about anything with our, I don't want to call them those who are below you. I mean, it's management, right? They're pretty much on equal footing, just a different role in the organization. But those in charge, the charged with governance, they want to know about all these things. We should also communicate the auditor's views on significant matters that were the subject of management's consultations with other accountants on accounting or auditing matters, that the auditor is aware that such consultation has occurred, just letting them know everything that happened, right? Again, what does this mean? This means we had to consult with someone else because maybe like the new leasing standards got updated and we were not fully adept on those. So we confided with another accountant, an outside consultant. We're going to let management know that, yes, we did that because we weren't sure. Hey, we want to do our best job, right? If we're not sure of something, we're going to go ask someone else for help. And lastly, we want to communicate written representations the auditor is requesting. This is very important because what written representations are taking responsibility for something. So we want to let those charged with governance know what they're taking responsibility for, what their management is taking responsibility for. That should all be communicated. Now, what about establishing the communication process? This is in the beginning, right? How do we establish that proper communication process? I just go to their offices, say, hi, my name's Nick. I'm the auditor. I'm going to be auditing you guys. We should talk sometimes. All right. So the auditor should communicate with those charged with governance the form, timing, and expected general content of communication. Are we going to send you a weekly email? Are we going to see you in the office? Are we going to have a sit-down formal meeting? How is this going to work? Are we going to have a Zoom or Teams call? Right? How are we going to figure that out? I'm not sure. That's what you're going to be discussing. The auditor should communicate in writing with those charged with governance significant findings or issues from the audit that, if in the auditor's professional judgment, oral communication would not be adequate. In general, just right, good process. Just put everything in writing. I mean, yeah, you're going to have meetings and people are going to talk. Now, a lot of times you'll have one of the staff, one of the lower associates, not to put any offense on the quote lower associates. I myself started out as, of course, a lower staff accountant associate there, but they would maybe take minutes of the meeting. They'll write down, take notes of what was discussed during the meeting, so it is in writing, and we can refer back to that as needed. This communication need not include matters that arose during the course of the audit that were communicated to those charged with governance and satisfactorily resolved. Now, what about if, as part of its communication to those charged with governance, management communicated some or all the matters that they're required to communicate, and as a result, the auditor did not communicate these matters at the same level of detail as management. So management told those charged with governance something, you told them something else, and there was a little bit difference in what you discussed. The auditor should communicate any omitted or inadequately described matters to those charged with governance. Meaning you want to know what management told the board of directors. And if management told them something different, well, there might be a reason for that. Okay, maybe they just got lazy and they just didn't give the level of detail that you would have wanted to give, right? But maybe there's a reason. Maybe they wanted to omit something, and you want to make sure that that those charged with governance were told everything properly by management. The auditor does not need to communicate them at the same level of detail as management, as long as the auditor participated in management's discussion with those charged with governance. So we have a sit-down meeting, right? All three parties. We've got the auditor, the audit team, the engagement team. We've got management, and we've got those charged with governance. So we're kind of just sitting there, right? We're sitting there and staring at them while they're talking to each other, making sure that, hey, management, make sure you tell them everything that happened. Secondly, as long as the auditor affirmatively confirms to those charged with governance that management has adequately communicated these matters, we just go and check with them. Hey, did management told you about that disagreement we had over the accounting estimates for the valuation of your PP&E, right? Say, oh, what are you talking about? Uh-oh, we've got a problem there. They didn't properly communicate that. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.